Alright, ladies and gents, so of course a sneak peek at the next video. It is exactly the same as this one, but for Clash Royale. It's called 10 features that will never be added to Clash Royale, but I need a little bit of help on this one. So of course, go ahead and leave your comments below telling me which features you think will never ever be added to Clash Royale, or even just put a random feature that you would like to see in the game. With that said, let's start this video. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about 12 features that of course Supercell will never ever add to their games. So YouTubers have asked for a bunch of these for the longest time, but we finally come to a conclusion that Supercell is just like, no. Alright, and the number one thing is, of course, this cool little thing that is the Goblin Maps, okay? We've asked for new Goblin Maps for the last about 18 updates, okay? And to this day, Supercell's like, yeah, you guys are going to be stuck with the same old Goblin Maps, because why not? As you guys can see, I have 150 out of 150 stars. I've literally attacked and won and gotten 3 stars on every single Goblin Map. They are so boring now that I'm sick of them being on the screen as a whole. They're also really pointless. I feel like it would be really cool if they added, you know, a little bit of loot to some of them every once in a while. Or better yet, the best awesome thing they could do is just add new ones. But they're like, nah, why not? And the Goblin Map, this particular Goblin Map, is so old that it's like, this is like, I don't even know, this is like a Town Hall 9-ish, we're at Town Hall 11, about to go to like Town Hall 12, and we still don't have new Goblin Maps. So at this point I'm just like, okay, fine Supercell, have it your way, we don't need them. Number 2 on the list is something that we've asked for a billion times, and I'm pretty sure this is something that's in every top 10 when it comes to updates, when it comes to YouTubers' videos, and it is having a night mode. I don't know why Supercell doesn't want to add a night mode. It's probably a little hard, but it can't be that hard, and it would be really cool to see as well. And it would be really helpful at times as well, because your village is pretty bright, and when you're looking at it at night and you're trying to raid, or maybe even you're doing something like chat and you want to dim the whole village except the chat, you want to be able to do that, but you can't because Supercell's like, nah. Of course on Android there are screen dimming apps and all that good stuff, but I feel like just Google search night mode Clash of Clans. It looks so cool, and if a concept artist can do it, then I'm sure a giant team at Supercell can do it as well. Number 3 is something that we've kind of always wanted, and we kind of have, but it's never been convenient the way it should be. Having multiple accounts. So of course Supercell at first was like, no, it's against our TOS, we will never allow it, and then people figured out that if you had 2 game centers you can easily do it, and Supercell was like, okay, there's nothing we can do about this. And then the same thing went for Google Play as well. So there are bajillions of people out there who have multiple accounts, but it's just really inconvenient for people to go and be able to use and switch between multiple accounts. That is where I feel like Supercell can go and help us out a little bit. Why not embrace it rather than fight it? Just make it convenient for us to switch between 2 accounts and be able to even maybe, I don't know, in some way be on both accounts simultaneously. That's probably pushing it, but just having a cool little switch button would be really awesome. Sure, there's the confirm thing right now where you switch in game centers and of course Google Play, but that's not on Supercell's end, and I feel like they can make it so it's simply one button and you're constantly switching between 2 villages. That's just me, but once again, they're not going to add that. Just like this particular next feature that I thought of as well, that has to do with builders huts. Now this has been around for a while as well, but at the same time, it's something that will never ever be added. Upgrading builders huts, or even boosting builders huts, for a temporary amount of time, basically you guys can go and have all your upgrades be slightly faster. And Supercell, we don't need the builders hut to get boosted by like gold or elixir. We can give you gems just so some things would finish a little bit fast. Sometimes I want to spend a little bit of gems to boost something just slightly so it finishes in time for I don't know what, but at the same time I don't want to spend an enormous amount of gems gemming the whole thing so it finishes instantaneously. So I feel like that would be really cool as well. But then again, another feature that has to do with the builders huts is of course being able to take and put multiple builders huts on one particular thing that's currently upgrading. So once again, Supercell is just like, no, we're not going to have that because you know what, we got to make our cash. Now with all that, another feature that of course Supercell's never going to add is lending gold and elixir. Now this also has a lot of problems as well, but you know what, if your buddy was like, yo, can you let me borrow like, I don't know, 200,000 elixir, I'm so close to this upgrade, but I don't have time to raid, and then then you could be like, here, yeah, give it to me in exchange for 200,000 gold. How cool would that be? Or even like 10,000 dark elixir. Now, exchange rates and all that, it would make things super complicated, but we wouldn't need to worry about that. I feel like Supercell can figure all that out, and it would be really helpful as well, because not always can you go and raid, and sometimes you might actually end up losing more elixir, and then, you know, you might not be able to end up doing that upgrade in time. So those all have to do with upgrading. Next off, I thought I would jump to good old war. Here's two features that they're definitely never going to add, and one is being able to surrender, and the reason they won't add surrendering is because it would make a huge amount of havoc on their server side. Like, okay, we just matched this village up with this village, now who do we match this village up with that village, and of course, will they get matched up again accidentally, and how many times should someone be able to surrender? That's just too many questions around that, but I feel like it would be really helpful in a bunch of situations where you could just go and surrender because, I don't know, like, you put in the wrong person, or maybe you put in a Town Hall 10 and you ended up being super badly matched up or something of that sort, and you're just like, you know what, we're not doing this war, let's just surrender. But once again, Supercell's like, nah, no time for that. So then, of course, the next thing we could do is basically make it so both clans can chat it out. A single chat that gets added to your normal chat. So right now we have good old global right here in clan, but then what if we had another chat where it was war, okay? How cool would that be? So both clans could go at it and maybe roast each other, or maybe even just say good game, and you could chat with the other clan, see what they're up to, and can you imagine the hype when people are raiding, see which clan is more hyped and all that? I feel like it would be really cool, just another little section as soon as war starts, just to, I don't know, just to support. Obviously, you couldn't have it preparation day because then people might be able to cheat, but if you could have it after the war begins, it would be really awesome. Next off on the list has to do with the chat functionality for global. I was thinking it would be really cool to have private chats. Now, of course, this can be really bad as well, and I'm sure you guys can assume why it could be really bad, but it could be good as well. For example, if you got BD Tigers over here and you just want him to join your clan, and you really want to persuade him, or even if you want to just contact him to be like, oh, can you rate my base or something of that sorts, but you don't want all a global looking into whatever the heck you guys are talking about, it could be really cool. Now on global, this could be pretty weird, which is why I feel like you shouldn't add this to global, but Supercell, why not just add it to your own clan system? Sometimes you want to call one particular member out for being an idiot, or for being really bad in war, or just roast them for no reason whatsoever, and you are a or a leader, obviously, and this is, of course, a helpful way to get someone to get back on track. Just be able to private message one particular person who's in your clan, but obviously Supercell's like, nah, why have that? No time for that. Now, here's something completely ridiculous that everyone knows Supercell is never going to add, and it has to do with your town hall. Being able to downgrade town halls. Now, of course, there's a lot of problems with this because, you know, after you downgrade your town hall, does everything else get downgraded? What happens to all the walls? What happens to all the loot that you spent already? And it's almost impossible, but at the same time, I feel like it would give a chance to people who rush their town halls not knowing any better. You know, that one kid who just got his hands on a lot of gems during Christmas. You know, it's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen. And when he just went and upgraded his town hall all the way to town hall 11, and later he was like, you know what? My base is really ugly. This is pretty sad. So of course, if you gave those guys a whole nother chance, maybe they would come back to the game, because a lot of people do give up as soon as they realize that Town Hall 11's trying to get loot is really tough. It's not easy. So that's just my random idea, but I highly doubt Supercell's going to do that if that wasn't in the game from the very beginning. Okay, now we're going to get to some more simple features, and these are just quick whip them out, and they are just obvious, and Supercell won't put them out. So of course, one has to do with good old revenge, and revenge always has this basic, like, you know, you click through all the revenges, and then it tells you, oh, revenge not available because the player's online or the player has a shield, and I'm just like, why show the button as a whole? Why waste my time and show that button? It just ticks me off so much. So why couldn't they just make it so revenge only shows when the person isn't online, so you could go attack their village? It's just, I don't know, it's just normal logic. Why didn't they do that? Alright, the second thing is, of course, decreasing the power of K.I.N.G.I.O.N and increasing the power of the leader. Alright, basically, the K.I.N.G.I.O.Ns do a decent amount of work, but I feel like they have way too much power. Being able to kick the whole clan, being able to make it so they can just do whatever the heck, accept, reject, send mail, all that. I feel like they should be able to do certain things, but decrease the power just slightly and increase the power for the leader, because the only thing the leader has, think about it, is that he makes it so if he leaves, the clan gets deleted off the map. that shouldn't be a thing. The leader should have other ways of preventing things from happening. For example, co-leaders should only be able to kick maybe 5 people at most. I don't know, just put a few limits on it, because co-leaders have caused me so many problems, and they are pretty much the reason that the I.O.N. Nation got screwed up, but that's a story for another time. And the final request I have that they will never ever add again, but it is the legend of Clash of Clans, is the infamous waterfall that used to be in the game way back when, and then randomly one update Supercell was like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this now, and it was never to be seen again. To this day, if you keep going around the village, maybe one day you will go and see this waterfall, but to tell the truth, Google Images is all we got. But I think it would be really cool, but my main idea is that don't add the waterfall, but make the surrounding village just a little bit more interesting. I am so sick of seeing trees over here and like trees on this side and that beach thing that leads to who knows where. What if we could what if it changed as the seasons went on, and maybe snow and fall, and I don't know, Clash of Clans got its own set of seasons. It would be really awesome. It's the same layout since the beginning of time. So Clash of Clans, if you have time on your hands, go ahead and see what you can do about tweaking the design of the overall surrounding village. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment below telling me what idea you think will never be added to this game, and of course feel free to support the next video with the original comment question. Thank you for watching. This is going to be me logging off.
From the I.O.N.C.L.A.S.H is a clan we play. We the I.O.N.C.L.A.S.H is that 50K, and we still going strong as we make our way. Yeah, no one to stop us being the best clan, cause we about to take the top. We making it our plan. Let's clash, build it up. We so fast.